diplomat, statesman, and church leader. He served for 28 years in the first presidency of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Those who worked alongside him in that role spoke of him as a man of the utmost integrity, one who never betrayed a principle nor shirked a duty. He was a patriot with a strong sense of civic responsibility. During the Great Depression, he was instrumental in setting up the church's welfare program to render aid to the poor and needy. It was said that J. Reuben Clark always knew the right thing to do at the right time and in the right way. That he was a man of strong convictions, but at the same time there was a mellow quality to his nature. He was admired, appreciated, and loved by all he served. These qualities made J. Reuben Clark not only a tremendous leader in the church, but in every other life endeavor that he undertook, including as an attorney in private practice for many years and in numerous government positions of great trust and responsibility. In remembrance of the life and legacy of J. Reuben Clark, our chapter has for decades presented this annual award bearing his name to some of the most distinguished attorneys in Orange County. The names of the past recipients are printed in your program. And it is now my great honor to add the name of Daniel McKean Livingston to that venerable list. Dan exemplifies the attributes of this award's namesake, having achieved the highest levels of professional excellence while also leaving a profound mark as a spiritual leader. Dan's longtime colleague of 30 years, Dan Raskinson, describes him as a pillar of their firm, universally admired as an outstanding lawyer, mentor, and advocate. Clients and colleagues alike come to Dan for advice on their toughest problems. He served in numerous firm leadership positions, including responsibility for ethical matters, a testament to his integrity and the trust that others place in him. On top of his demanding professional duties, Dan has throughout his career devoted significant time in positions of responsibility in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints here in Orange County. Recently, he served as bishop or pastor to a congregation of hundreds of young single adults, ages 18 to 30. For 5 years, Dan met with these young people, counseled with them, celebrated with them, listened to them, wept with them. They too came to Dan for advice on their toughest problems, on spiritual matters, on questions about education, careers, and relationships. With patience and wisdom, Bishop Livingston provided counsel and compassion, all the while pointing these young people to the true source of life's best answers. The impact of his ministry will be felt for generations. Dan is now 4 years into his current service as state president of the Newport Beach Stake, where he has responsibility for multiple church congregations in Newport Beach, Costa Mesa, and Irvine. Now, at the beginning of his tenure, he did have a brief lapse of judgment where he decided to call 2 lawyers to assist him as counselors. Nevertheless, as one of those counselors, it's been my privilege to see firsthand how Dan seems to have that J. Reuben Clark knack, knowing the right thing to do at the right time, in the right way. Dan pairs the convictions of his faith with an uncommon ability to connect with others. As state president, he has nearly 3,000 church members under his watch care. To an ordinary person, it would be a daunting task to get to know even a small fraction of these. But Dan is no ordinary person. He has an uncanny ability to recall the details of the lives of these, his brothers and sisters in Christ. He knows their children, their spouses, their jobs, their personal history, their health challenges, interests, hobbies, anecdotes, you name it. Dan's gift is clear evidence of his profound and genuine interest in and love for others. Dan is also a true patriot with a deep and abiding love of country and the Constitution. A few of you may even know that Dan also has 1 or 2 political views of his own. Yet you will not find anyone more circumspect in his ministry, recognizing that his call to serve transcends political affiliation. In every aspect of his life, Dan exemplifies a powerful loyalty to his clients, to his congregants, to his God, and to Stanford sports. Not necessarily in that order, of course. In reality, the only thing that approaches Dan's loyalty to God is his loyalty to family. He is without question a devoted father and grandfather, and you cannot know Dan without knowing his sweet and enduring affection for his eternal companion, Betsy. I could say more, but I've learned that one of Dan's articles of faith is that when it comes to speaking, brevity is next to godliness. And that's a surprising sentiment from someone who earns a living on an hourly rate. But I will just leave you with this. I say that I count it an honor and a privilege to serve with and learn from such an exceptional leader, disciple, and friend. On behalf of the board of the Orange County chapter, it is with unanimous admiration and acclaim that we recognize our 2024 J. Reuben Clark Award recipient, Dan Livingston.